The Hedgehog's Dilemma presents 10 personality types to always avoid. Hey folks, welcome to The Hedgehog's Dilemma. This is the channel dedicated to helping you unravel life's most complicated problem, how to deal with other people. No matter how well adjusted we are as individuals, forming new relationships, whether romantic, platonic, professional, or casual, can be a challenge. Building meaningful connections and relationships, that's one of the most important and rewarding aspects of life. We all know this, but it can also be the most confounding and frustrating. Maybe you just got a new job and want to get to know your new coworkers. Or you're in a new city, fresh out of school and looking to build a new friend group. Maybe you just saw someone cute at the local cafe and want to know the best way to approach them. Well, we're not talking pickup strategies in this video. Rather, we want to look at whether someone is worth introducing into your life in the first place. You see, not all personalities are good for positive relationship building. Recognizing certain personality types that may present challenges can be crucial in making informed decisions about who to engage with and who to form relationships with. In this video, we're going to take a look at 10 personality types that you may want to approach with caution, or honestly, avoid altogether. I'll give you a brief description of each one and highlight some of the warning signs that might give you a reason to leave that text message on red. Alright, now that you know what you're in for, here we go. Number 1. The chronic victim. Have you ever met someone who swears that the world is out to get them? Every bad thing in life is drawn to them like flies to, well, you know what? Chronic victims see themselves as perpetual victims of circumstances and will point the finger at anyone and everyone but themselves. They may exhibit a negative outlook on life, you know, your classic glass half empty type, constantly seeking and sucking up sympathy and attention like a sponge. Warning signs include consistent blaming of external factors, reluctance to take responsibility for their choices, and a pattern of negative self-talk. If this sounds like your latest acquaintance, you may want to back away slowly. Number 2, the manipulator. Manipulators are skilled at influencing others to fulfill their own agendas, often at the expense of others, mainly you. Think about the classmate who waits until the last minute to contribute to the group project and then argues that everyone should help them or else you'll all fail. These people may use deceit, guilt-tripping, or emotional manipulation to achieve their goals, often with little to no regard to what it costs you. Warning signs: consistent attempts to control situations, frequent use of guilt trips, and a pattern of making promises without follow-through. Don't fall for it. Number 3. The energy vampire. Energy vampires are individuals who drain the positive energy from those around them. They constantly complain, criticize, or exhibit a pessimistic attitude, leaving others emotionally exhausted. You ever gone to a restaurant where you're having a perfectly fine time, but your friend or date seems to get annoyed at everything? The food is taking too long. The waiters aren't attentive enough. The food is cold. It's not what they ordered. Why didn't you choose the other place they wanted? Yeah, I think we've all dealt with that. Warning signs: chronic negativity, a tendency to focus on problems rather than solutions, and a consistent need for emotional support without reciprocating. Number 4. The chronic liar. Chronic liars deceive others almost out of habit, often to avoid consequences or gain approval. They may present a distorted version of reality and struggle with authenticity. These are people who promise the world and when it comes time to deliver, are ready with the most elaborate story you've ever heard, and not much else. Soon enough, you learn to stop asking them for anything important. Warning signs: inconsistencies in their stories, evasiveness when questioned, and a pattern of exaggerating or fabricating details. Coming in at number 5, the narcissist. Narcissists have an inflated sense of self-importance and a lack of empathy for others. They often prioritize their needs above all else and may manipulate to maintain their perceived superiority. They are the type of people that, no matter the situation, they remain the center of the universe and expect you to act accordingly. Some warning signs: constant need for admiration, a lack of genuine interest in others, and a pattern of exploiting relationships for personal gain. Be wary. Number 6. The drama king, drama queen. Drama kings or queens thrive on creating and sustaining the drama in their lives. They may exaggerate situations, manufacture conflict, or seek attention through emotional turbulence. You probably know that one friend who thinks they're the main character no matter the situation, and they purposely misconstrue the actions of others, sometimes including you, in order to make their lives seem as exciting as possible. Warning signs: frequent involvement in unnecessary conflicts, a tendency to exaggerate minor issues, and a consistent need for attention. Do yourself a favor and unsubscribe. Number 7, the control freak. Control freaks have an overwhelming desire to control every aspect of their lives, down to the smallest thing, and most crucially, the lives of those around them. They may struggle with flexibility and exhibit micromanaging behaviors. You've probably met someone like this, a person who insists that even the most frivolous thing has to be done their specific way, or else it will be wrong and disastrous. Warning signs: a constant need for control, resistance to compromise, and a pattern of dictating the actions of others. Unless you're still in need of parenting, I suggest you steer clear of people like this. Number 8, the passive-aggressive individual. Passive-aggressive individuals express hostility or resentment indirectly. They may use sarcasm, backhanded compliments, or subtle sabotage to convey their dissatisfaction. This is the type of person who maybe did something they disagree with, and when you try to talk about it, they'll tell you, no, everything is fine. Then a week later, you're wondering why they still haven't returned any of your messages. Warning signs: consistent avoidance of direct communication, a tendency to mask anger with humor, and a pattern of undermining others without confrontation. Number 9, the user. Users prioritize their own needs and desires above the well-being of others. They may exploit relationships for personal gain, whether it be for emotional, financial, or social benefits. This is sort of like the manipulator, but on steroids. This is the friend who doesn't have a car, who only manages to call you when they need a lift. You know what I mean? Some of the warning signs there are a pattern of taking without giving back, consistent self-centered behavior, and a lack of genuine concern for the feelings or needs of others. And finally, number 10, the perpetual gossip. Perpetual gossipers thrive on spreading rumors and divulging personal information about others. They may create a toxic atmosphere by fostering mistrust and damaging relationships. These people can seem harmless, even entertaining. Who doesn't like some good gossip after all? Well, the faucet doesn't turn off when you're gone. Your business, along with everyone else's, becomes fair game. This erodes trust, and trust is one of the main building blocks of any relationship worth having. Warning signs: consistent involvement in gossip, a lack of discretion regarding personal information, and a pattern of talking negatively about others behind their backs. Might be fun to listen, but if you let them in your house, you'll find all your business right there on the street along with everyone else's. So there you have it. 10 types of people to just say no thanks to. Navigating the intricacies of human relationships requires careful consideration of those personalities that you might choose to interact with. While these descriptions highlight potential warning signs, it's essential to approach individuals with empathy and understand that everyone has their own complexities. This just means some people will have a degree of the traits we discussed, but that doesn't mean that that's their dominant personality. So keep an eye out and an open mind as you make these new connections. It might take some tries, some failures, and disappointments, but you'll get there eventually. And the good bonds can last a lifetime, but so can the bad ones if you let them. So until next time, take care of yourself and others. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you find any of these personality types attracted to your orbit in real life, and what you've done about it. As always, more later. Like and subscribe on your way out, and we'll see you next time.